Hi, I think you must be in the same place I am in, given the world's condition and people and despair rising up and down and uncertainty and just maybe you're just like me, seeking some security, scrolling through Instagram, YouTube, Facebook endlessly, hoping to see some dance or something that will just take your mind off of it. I know it's very difficult. I know it's despair. It is the thick of despair and you're still functional. That's the scary part. And the most nightmarish question is this the new normal? I want to tell you that today when I sought the Lord and when I sought Him and prayed and knelt before Him, this is the word that I got for you and me and many like me and you who feel like they are caught in the doldrums with no end, wave upon wave, threat upon threat. Your sails are tearing, your boat is breaking apart. But I am telling you something. I just realized today that I am not part of this world. We can get so involved in this world sometimes that we think that we are like the rest of the human beings. We think that we are like everybody else. We do that because we want companionship, we want to be loved, we want the element of belonging. And because of the desperation and need for belonging, we end up deceiving ourselves into thinking. Sorry about that. We end up deceiving ourselves into thinking that we are like everybody else. And if you are honest with yourself, you will find that you have dropped your standards to try and act like one of the pigs in the sty because you feel lonely being human. Or you may have dropped your standards and thought to yourself, okay, so what? At least I'll feel good. Let me do that. I want to tell you something. God doesn't judge you for it. God is not judging me either. But He's our Father. And if He sees His children rolling in the mud, hoping for some comfort, He's going to take you out of the mud, clean you, and remind you who you are. There is this passage in the Bible where Saint Peter and Saint Peter and John are brought in front of the king, and they start speaking to the king, and they are persecuted, and the believers around Saint Peter and Saint John start praying for boldness. They start asking the Holy Spirit for boldness to speak His word and stand firm. It is a time which is very similar to that. We are in times where we are being threatened endlessly. Everything we held on for security is being questioned, is being torn down, burned, and its uncertainty is everywhere. Nobody knows what they're doing with their life anymore, as if they did earlier, but now it's coming to light. And it's pretty scary. In times like this, it may seem like you may literally feel the hand of Satan choking your throat and squishing it and saying, "Where is your God now?" And I want to tell you, you're not alone. It is a very painful struggle. You don't have to feel that you are alone. I was in it for the longest time, and now I understood what we are. And I got delivered because I understood the truth. The reason that you are feeling hopeless and despairing and desperate and, almost meaningless, in your life is because something has stolen your sense of identity. When you know who you are and when you are true to yourself, there is a certain fulfillment in that life, even if you don't accomplish much with it. It's the truth. And God showed me, our Father showed me today, that you and I are part of an economy that is not of this world. You and I are part of the high court of the spiritual realms that presides over all the courts of the earth. We do not work by the rules of this planet, neither do we belong to this area or this land. We are all born of Christ, who is not on earth right now. His body is in heaven, and His Spirit is joining us to Him, even though we are miles apart, or I don't know how far apart we are physically. Yet we are one with Him. It is through His Spirit. We are all spirit beings. The day that we lift our eyes off of this truth and start looking at the things around us, we start sinking. It seems harmless. But then you find that your heart is screaming for somebody to save it before it dies, before the flame goes out. I'm telling you, child of God who is watching this, it is never too late. It is never too late. You can get on your knees even now and put your face on the ground and cry to the Lord for help, and He answers. He is a living God. He showed me the way. He will show you your way too. I just want to put this out into the world because I have been blessed, and may you also be blessed. There is a way out. If you find that this world doesn't interest you anymore, most probably you don't belong to this world. And you can seek God to understand which world you belong to. Alright? You're not alone. You're not alone. Shalom to you. May grace and peace abound to you in Jesus Christ's name. You are not alone. God bless you. Bye-bye.